I'm Saameer Mody, founder and managing director of Pocket Films, Mumbai, India. In 2010, I started Pocket Films with a focus on distributing short films, documentaries on the internet and mobile. At Pocket Films, our intent has always been to provide a platform to filmmakers and enable them to showcase their talent. The primary mediums for distribution is YouTube. We are the #1 partners for YouTube in India. We also focus on generating revenues which are shared with the filmmakers, as we strongly believe that all content creators should participate in the success of their films.
Pocket Films gave young Indian filmmakers the possibility of making films and specifically to get their films seen by a big audience.
First short film that I made, which was a year and a half back, and for me it was very important that I could show it to a lot of people and to know what kind of a film I have made. Is it a good film, is it a bad film, because you can never judge your own child. So till other people don't see it, and that's what Pocket Films did for us.
We conduct a number of contests where filmmakers participate, send us their entries, and we showcase them on a global platform, thereby giving visibility to their work. Apart from Pocket Films, we have a network of channels where different content is distributed by us. Since 2010, we have generated over 100 million views on our channel, more than 140,000 subscribers, 150,000 views a day just on the Pocket Films channel. Across the network, we generate more than 750,000 views a day.
Given the fact that our attention spans are growing shorter and shorter, I really think that the short film is 100% here to stay. It is an art form of trying to be able to tell an effective story in a very short period of time.
Immediately upon completing my education, I joined our family steel business. I was a part of that industry for 12 to 15 years, but I was getting bored of it, and that's when I decided to switch to the media industry. There is a lot of talent available in India. People are creating some wonderful content, but they really do not know what to do with it, how to take it forward. That's when this whole concept and idea came to me of creating a platform enabling such talent and filmmakers to showcase their work to a larger global audience. And that coincided completely with the time of the launch of YouTube in India and the beginning of the explosion of the internet as we are seeing it. I was sure that the best way to take this forward was to use the internet for reaching out to these mass audiences.
In the beginning, when you get in early on a new idea, you're always criticized and there are not many takers. But I think if Pocket Films hangs on and stays with it, I think it's got a long lucrative future.
We were amongst the first few partners for YouTube in India, and the only one to showcase short films, documentaries, and independent content. In fact, actually, the funny part is that when we started the whole concept and we would talk to people that we are going to distribute short films and documentaries, they were actually laughed at us. Quite a lot of them even asked me, so what is a short film actually? Which film is this short film made out of? So starting from a point where there was hardly any awareness in the viewers about what a short film or a documentary is, and hardly any confidence within the filmmakers themselves that there is an audience for what they are making, we began our journey and created this platform. We have come to a stage where filmmakers are seeing the benefits and reaping the benefits of using this medium of the internet. the greatest gratification that we get is when it's not just about making money. It's more about making lives. It's more about participating. It's more about growing together. And when our filmmakers achieve some success in their chosen path and are able to achieve their dreams, that is the best satisfaction that we get from the work that we do.
Welcome back to another episode of Prime Talkies with Pocket Films. The short film we're going to watch today is cleverly titled, What the Film? We're first going to see the film, and then I'm going to come back and talk with D.P. Singh, the director, and really find out what it took to make this intelligent, clever little witty film.
Another achievement, if I may say so, that we have been able to do is taking the content which is available on the internet and the digital mediums onto mainstream conventional television. The flow of content has been that television content is repurposed for the internet, whereas now we have a television show specifically dedicated to such content broadcast on national television. Today, I think the most important thing that we need to understand is the complementary of all the screens. So there is not one medium which is taking over from the other, but there is just a multiplicity of screens where consumers are consuming the same sort of content across platforms, on theaters and television, on laptops, and now increasingly on the mobile. So our aim is to basically now be present on all of these platforms where we can reach and connect with our audiences.
Daddy, can we go to the zoo? I wanna get funky like a monkey do. I wanna go see the gorilla chew on a shoe. Can we go, can we go, can we go? Let's go!
Greater part of our business has been focused more on what we can do for the filmmakers and how we can showcase their talent. Now we realize that there is a responsibility towards the viewers as well, who have grown in numbers, who have accepted the different form of content. And now the next step for us is to not just take the Indian content to international viewers, but also get international alternate content to the aware and easily accessible Indian viewers who would otherwise not have a way to actually reach out and consume this kind of content. So we're basically trying to build a bridge between the Indian viewers and the international content creators for whom basically the Indian market does not exist. The greatest satisfaction that we have achieved, or that I have achieved in this whole journey, is the ability to bring joy to others, the ability to grow with others, the ability to do something which is more for the common good. Of course, it has benefited me in this process, and of course the first few years were difficult. It was a difficult decision when I took it, moving from the steel industry into the media industry and then getting into the distribution of alternate content, which is a pretty niche area. What I can say is that if you have the passion and the belief in yourself and the ability to want to go out there and do it, and you actually just put your foot out and do it, that is what is the most important thing here. And if I can do it, I think there is an opportunity for everybody to go and do it. All you need is just a focused mind and clarity of thought. As I've realized that if you are on your journey, which also involves the benefit for others as well, then it is a very fulfilling process and a very fulfilling journey to be on.